Hey everyone, welcome back. So if you've seen the latest Deadpool and Wolverine movie, you probably caught that intense scene where Wolverine's all geared up to go toe-to-toe with the Hulk. I mean, who didn't get goosebumps thinking, this is going to be epic? But here's the thing, it's not just some random fight. This clash has deep roots in the Marvel comics, and trust me, the story behind was fascinating. Now here's an interesting twist. When Wolverine faced off against the Hulk in the comic The Incredible Hulk Edition 340, it wasn't the Green Giant we all know, but Wolverine was actually up against the Grey Hulk, who's got a whole different vibe. But for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, Marvel decided to switch things up and went with the classic Green Hulk instead. So today, we're diving into that epic showdown. This story kicked off with the Hulk, along with his pals Clay Quartermain and Rick Jones, driving through Texas. They were caught in the middle of an unseasonal blizzard, which only added to the tension. They were on a high-stakes mission, searching for some government gamma bombs that had gone missing. Now, these gamma bombs were the very weapons that led to Bruce Banner becoming the Hulk in the first place. The danger they represented was massive, and if they fell into the wrong hands, the devastation could be unimaginable. So there was a lot on the line, and everyone was feeling the pressure. Hulk was getting antsy not just because of the mission, but also because the confines of the vehicle and the stress of the situation were making him restless. He stepped out to get some air, hoping to calm the storm brewing inside him. But let's be real. When it came to the Hulk, a simple stroll was never just that. There was always the risk that his anger could boil over, turning a tense situation into an outright disaster. Meanwhile, over at Fort Worth Airport, air traffic control was in a panic. They had picked up an incoming plane and were frantically trying to get it to turn back because the storm had made it far too dangerous to land. And guess who was on that plane? Yep, it was the X-Men in their Blackbird jet. Wolverine, Rogue, Havoc, Dazzler, Psylocke, and Longshot all on board. Wolverine, being his usual stubborn self, told air traffic control they had bigger things to worry about than the weather. They needed to land no matter what. The X-Men were on a mission to find their missing leader, Storm, and they had this grim feeling that they were destined to die in Dallas. This feeling they had that the X-Men were destined to die in Dallas stems from the Fall of the Mutants storyline in the X-Men comics. In the storyline, the X-Men had been dealing with a series of prophetic visions and omens that hinted at their imminent demise. Destiny, a mutant with the power to see the future, had predicted that the X-Men would face a dire situation in Dallas, Texas. So, back to the story, the tension was sky high with the X-Men also. And even though Longshot tried to stay positive with his luck powers, you just knew things were about to go south. And then out of nowhere, the Hulk leaped past their plane, having launched himself into the sky, hoping to calm the storm brewing inside him from the confines of the vehicle and the stress of the situation. Wolverine responded quickly, but not quick enough to stop the Hulk from smashing into a commercial airliner mid-air. It was absolute chaos. Wolverine ordered Rogue to rip off the burning engine to help the plane land safely, but in the process, she unknowingly dropped the engine right on top of the Hulk. Not exactly the best first impression, right? Once they were on the ground, Wolverine started piecing things together. He picked up the Hulk's scent, but something was off about it, something different. Meanwhile, the Hulk had his own set of problems. He was hungry, and after stumbling upon a truck full of frozen beef, he began chowing down. But just as he was getting into it, some soldiers showed up and started attacking him. And in true Hulk fashion, he tossed the truck at them, causing a fuel tank explosion that set a nearby forest on fire. And this is where things got really interesting. The X-Men were nearby, and Wolverine, catching the scent of destruction, ordered his teammates to start evacuating the area while he tracked down the culprit. He had a pretty good idea of who it was. Following the Hulk's scent, Wolverine confronted him, but the Hulk, in all his gamma-powered glory, got the drop on Logan. Still, Wolverine was quick. He slashed, drawing first blood, but because of the Hulk's healing factor, the cuts closed up almost instantly. Wolverine quickly realized he had acted on impulse, and in a rare moment of restraint, he actually apologized and started to walk away. I mean, he had bigger issues to deal with, right? But the Hulk wasn't about to let him off that easy. Spoiling for a fight, he went after Wolverine, relentless and unyielding. Logan tried to keep his cool, he really did. But it's the Hulk we're talking about. The attack was so savage that it pushed Wolverine into one of his berserker rages. He impaled the Hulk through the stomach, a move that would have ended anyone else. But the Hulk? He just blacked out for a moment, then got right back up, ready to keep brawling like nothing had happened. At this point, the fight was as brutal as it could get. It was claws versus fists, rage versus raw power. And let me tell you, neither one of them was willing to back down. You could feel it. This wasn't just about who was stronger. It was about survival, about proving something to themselves as much as to each other. Nearby, Clay and Rick were on the hunt for the Hulk, and when they stumbled upon the brawl, Clay had just about had enough of the chaos, so he fires a rocket launcher to break up the fight. Then he laid into both Wolverine and the Hulk, scolding Logan for losing control and the Hulk for causing a pointless delay in their mission to find those gamma bombs. Wolverine knew he messed up, but the Hulk? He couldn't care less. He was just in it for the fight. After slamming Wolverine into the snow like it was nothing, the Hulk grabbed the van with his pals inside and leaped away, leaving Logan behind. As they drove off, there was this quiet moment of reflection. Clay pulled out a photo of Bruce Banner and Betty, and you could just feel the weight of what the Hulk had become. So, when you watch that scene in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie where Wolverine's gearing up to face the Hulk, just remember, this isn't some random clash. This fight wasn't just about who's stronger, it was about the inner demons both these characters were battling. Alright, that's it for today's dive into the Wolverine vs. Hulk Showdown. Let me know what you think of this epic clash in the comments, and if there are any other classic comic battles you want me to cover, drop those suggestions too. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one.